Okay. Excuse me. Hi. Hi, Sugar Pie. How's it going? I hope you're doing well today. Hope the weather wherever you are is ideal. We just when I thought, just when I thought spring was right around the corner here in Ohio, we got hammered with some more snow for a few days. But now there's still snow out there and it's still freaking cold, but it's starting to melt again. So fingers crossed. Hang on 1 second, babes. I'm going to go blow my nose real quick. I'm sorry if you hear me. Sorry, you guys. I've been fighting this. I'm not sick, but the sinus crap, I've just been like fighting and fighting. And ugh, my poor mother actually got a sinus infection. So she got some antibiotics and she's straight now. But I don't feel I have an infection. So I'm just going to keep healing myself, healing my body, drinking lots of water, and yeah, do my healing things. But anyway, all right. Let me get situated here. We're going back to Girl World. Yes. We're taking a little trip back into Girl World. We've been out of it for a while now. But here we are again because there are some things that I would like to talk about. Now, once again, when I do an Amber video or Girl World, whatever you want to call it, I always like to say, before we get into it, chances are you clicked on this video, you've already been down the Amberlynn Reid rabbit hole. You know what Girl World is and all that. There's about a 90% chance that you do. But in case you haven't, and this is your first time seeing a video about Amberlynn, please, please, please go watch my other videos about her. On my, I made a playlist called Getting to Know Other YouTubers where we get to know YouTubers. And I highly, highly suggest you go and watch them and get to know who Amberlynn Reid is. But if you don't know who she is, she's a YouTuber, has been on YouTube since pretty much the beginning of YouTube, pretty much. And yeah, she is very problematic because she is chronically online. That's not the reason that she's problematic. That is a problematic thing when you're chronically online, of course. But she shows she has no privacy. She gives herself no privacy. Whatever. And there's been a lot of problematic shit that she has put out there, and there is proof of and receipts of, and she tries to deny things, but you can't deny it when there's proof staring us all in the face. We've watched them on this channel and other reaction channels, which God bless you, brave soldiers. Salute to you guys for having to deal with such boring. That's another thing. She's extremely boring, but she's not a good person, and she's probably the biggest, both in weight. She's 500 plus pounds, and just in general, she is the biggest narcissist I have ever seen on YouTube, bar none. I want to make her an award. I wish she had a P.O. box. I'd send it to her. Award for biggest narcissist online, both figuratively and literally. I'm sorry. I don't make fun of people and I don't try to like get petty and stuff, but she's a horrible human being. And if you know, which 90%, like I said, there's a 90% chance that you do, probably 99% chance, then you already know too. So anyway, Amber, as we know, Beck, Amber's, one of Amber's ex-girlfriends, who does the whole they, them stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, I like Beck. I think she's a good person and she's a sweet girl. And I think that she deserves nothing but goodness and happiness. But I'm sorry, I do not play that whole they, them shit. Sorry, not sorry. If that makes you mad, peace the fuck out. I don't care. It's ridiculous. They, them is plural. Okay? When I hear these reaction channels referring to Beck as they, them, whatever, I automatically think, I'm like, wait a minute. That makes me think more than one person is being talked about. You know what I mean? I don't play that. That is just stupid. So if you don't like the fact that I'm going to call Beck she, because she has not came out and said that she's like transitioning or anything like that. Now, if she was transitioning to and was, transitioning to a guy, I'd be like trans guy or man, whatever, guy, he, then whatever. But as far as I know, she's not. So I'm not playing that whole they, them bullshit because it's absolutely idiotic. And that is my opinion. And, but if you cannot handle that, then okay. If you cannot handle that, I don't respect that because it's ridiculous. Not even in my opinion. It just is flat out ridiculous. Then whatever. I don't care. Bye. If something that small, if something that small is enough to sway you from being here and supporting your girl and kicking it in the vibe tribe and vibing, then we don't need you here because that's ridiculous. There are bigger things to be worried about than they, them. That's ridiculous. But anyway, so just letting you know, I will not be doing that whole thing. So if you don't like that, then feel free to leave. But if you can look past that, then you are more than welcome to stay and hear my thoughts and opinions on this. So Amber is a horrible, horrible girlfriend. We have seen that. Her exes have came out about it. And yeah, there is receipts out there that she is horrible to her partners. And that doesn't exclude Beck. She was horrible to Beck. Beck had to do so many things. Beck was literally Amber's slave. Literally Amber's slave. She had to clean up after her, actually wash her ass for her because Amber was too large to do it herself. And I can just imagine. Wash her, give her a bath and shit, in a bed, sponge bathing her. Oh, God. And the list goes on. I feel bad that Beck had to endure such abuse from this big bitch. So I like Beck. Just because I don't play the they, them bullshit doesn't mean I don't like her. So But you can think what you want. You can be ignorant if you want to. But if you're not, then thank you, darling. Thank you for understanding. Anyways. So Amber has been getting some major heat online, as I'm sure you already know, and has been getting called out to take accountability for all the fucked up shit that she has done, and there are receipts of. Amber does not know how to take accountability, or she just well, actually, I don't know if she knows how, or she just flat out isn't going to. Maybe a little bit of both. But taking accountability for something isn't just saying, I have taken accountability. That doesn't mean that you're taking accountability, bitch. Not at all. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to be nice to this girl, whatever. I've tried to hear her out and hope that maybe she can become a better person. But she isn't. She's saying that she is. We'll see. You'll see. You'll see. But anyway, this video we're about to watch. Oh, sorry. See, I got that phlegmy crap still stuck in my back of my throat. It's so annoying. Oh, God. But sorry I did that. That was absolutely gross. I apologize. I should have muted before I did that. But anyway, where is I going with this? Yeah, we're about to watch something that is lightweight. It's the weirdest apology video I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of stupid fucking YouTube apology videos. And this is probably the dumbest shit I have ever seen. Just watch. We're going to be watching Mr. Snowflake, my favorite. So we'll be getting his opinions as well, which I love his opinions. Okay, let's see. Jordy. Aha, here he is. And this is on his Under the Hood channel because he's got, of course, Mr. Snowflake and Under the Hood. I'll pop it up in just a minute because I need to rewind this back. Oh, wait, is this the right video? Hang on, babes. Let me pop this up. Let me pop this up real quick. All right. Amber's fake apology and the viewer's thoughts. Oh, no, this will be great. This will be great, too. I can't remember if he actually shows the video or not, but I mean, we'll see. I think he does. I can't remember. I've been so unfocused on this shit until yesterday. What are your thoughts on Amber's pathetic apology video last night? Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot that he did that. I don't think. Usually I like to go to his community page and leave my comments and stuff like that. But I haven't been paying attention lately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Your thoughts? So I thought at the end of, after I've done my little calm rant, we'll go on what the audience thinks. Again, it's so ridiculous. I just want to talk about it, and I just want to hear what people think about it. It's just there's no nice comments about it. It's one of the strangest things she's ever done, to do a 10-minute video of a non-apology. I declare bankruptcy. I declare accountability. So I've got my little notes. So the first thing, we'll show a couple of clips as well. Here we go.
Hello.
Perfect. He shows clips so we don't have to watch the entire video. If you want to watch the entire video, please don't watch Amber. Go watch Mr. Snowflake, Under the Hood, whatever. Or Lordy is Shorty, or The Ankle.
So welcome to a new video. It's actually February 7th at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I should be asleep, but here I am.
3 a.m. in the morning, and you got full face of makeup. It looks like you just did it. It doesn't look like it's fucked up at all. If it's 3 in the... Girl, what the F? Did you just wake up at like 1 or what? I don't know, but she's smiling. So there's a little bit of that, makes me question if that's a little bit of that duper's delight showing through. I don't know why you would dupe the time like that, but it is Amberlynn and she lies for no reason. So she reminds me so much of somebody who I know, we'll just say, could be friend, could be relative. Somebody that I know, if she was like 400 pounds less than what she is now, it would be astonishing how much she reminds me of somebody I know. Just lying to lie for no reason. It's weird, but anyway.
I'm awake, filming a video.
So the whole waiting 9 days to post baffled me, because I really did think she's filmed it and she's uploaded it within that day, within a couple hours. But when it came up the date, what did it come up? Anyway, it was 9 days behind. I thought, God, so she filmed the apology. So she's trying to make out like it's 3 in the morning. I was going to go to bed, but I just had to get this off my chest. I had to do the right thing and apologize. That's what it was made out to be. But then scheduled it and saved it for nine days. Like, Beck deserves an apology. But
that tells you right there, this was for content. This was not because she's sorry for anything that she did to Beck. This is because she was making content. Obvious. Ugh. That's what that tells you right there. And yeah, that's my face too. Look at his face. This is my face too.
But they're not getting it until 9 days. Like, so bizarre. Already, that shows you how nuts Amber is, how crazy her thinking is. Because every other human being, if they had an apology, it would be like, right, I should apologize. I'll go apologize.
Right, it would be right away. She would have right away. But that shows you she doesn't care. This isn't about apologizing. This is strictly for content purposes, for money-making purposes.
Apologize. Would you want to film it and then show them 9 days later? So already that makes me go, she's not thinking like the rest of us here. She's absolutely gone. Yeah, it's clear she doesn't care about apologizing to Beck. If she can sit on the apology for 9 days. It was all about Amber. If Amber can make an apology, I can't go to bed. I need to apologize. I've got to get this off my chest.
Oh,
and
God,
do that,
sorry.
But then leave it there on the computer for 9 days. I think that just shows the apology. And we're going to be doing a lot of them today. I think that just shows the apology was for Amber. It was to make Amber feel better.
It was for Amber to make some money. It was for Amber to make some content, to make some money. Sorry, guys. Like, that phlegmy shit is, like, choking me up.
I've apologized. Done. I know, but they're not going to say it for 9 days. You've just said it to yourself. Yeah, but I've apologized. Okay, fine. So that was nuts right off the bat. What's the next one? Viewed the relationship differently.
The way that I viewed our relationship was completely wrong. And I was oblivious to a lot of things, even to the extent of the way that I treated them. So I want to be accountable in that. But this is just the example that I saw in their newest video where it made me look back and be like, yeah, like we both actually viewed this relationship completely different.
Yeah, Amber said,
Were you on drugs? I would understand if you viewed it differently, like if you were a couple of addicts together, but you're not. So, are you really that delusional? I don't think that you're that delusional. I think you knew exactly what that relationship was. I think we all know exactly what that relationship was. You had a slave. Beck actually might have loved you at one point. I feel like she did love you at one point. But you could slowly see it starting to fade away because Beck realized what was going on. And despite her love for you, like, and compassion, like, you were absolutely 100% reliant on Beck for everything. So she was probably like, I feel like in her head, she was probably like, because Beck is a good person. I feel like she gives me that good, like she's a good person or whatever. But I feel like she didn't want to leave you high and dry, like basically, because without her, your life would have been in shambles. You would have probably, I don't know, if you didn't get into like some kind of assisted living type situation or whatever, you probably wouldn't be living. That's what it feels like to me. I'm just saying. So that baffles me. Like, that I understand that when it comes to like addicts on substances, because when I was with certain people, well, all right, I'm going to give you an example of taking accountability, Amber, because I have already took an accountability for this, but I have no problem doing it again because I was wrong. I was fucked up for this. And just because the other person did fucked up shit too doesn't mean me doing the fucked up shit was excusable. We were both fucked up. Okay. So a few years back, I had this guy friend. And he was, a family friend from like back in the day. Like, he was very much older than me. Like, he knew me when he was adult and I was 17. So, but I was a 30-year-old woman. And I mean, I know it's kind of weird. And he was like, it's not really weird to me because I've always liked older guys, but I guess it could be like, you think it's strange, but it's whatever. I've known him since I was 17 years old. And, I'm 30 years old. And me and him, I don't know how we got to talking again. I think probably off of Facebook or something like that. And we started talking or whatever. And at the time, he was in a halfway house. I know, right? Same old, same old. But he got out. He lived in town. We linked up. And I'm trying to think of how to explain this. He didn't pressure me for like sexual stuff, and I didn't want to give him that. I was not attracted to him in that way. But we had a friendship, and I made him, we'll just say, I made him money. He made me money. Not in, like, he was a tattoo artist. Actually, he did a lot of my tattoos. They're sick as fuck. But and there were other ways that I made money for him, which I'm not going to talk about. But if you know, you know. But we had a nice business thing going on, making each other money. And I would get him like people, like I would bring him people to tattoo and like make money. Like, so it wasn't just, you know, whatever. We had a system and it was great. It was great. But he wanted more than that. And I was like, no. I was like, yeah. And I kind of didn't make that clear, and I should have. Like, I just want to be like in a friendly way. Like, what we got going on now is cool. I don't want to be like that with you. I should have made it clear. So I fucked up with that too, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, we were both on substances, and therefore led to a lot of hostility. Like, I was really, really mean and demanding, and sometimes he could be mean, but for the most part, he did what I wanted. Like, I would be at my brother's and I'd be like, hey, I'm hungry. Will you give me some Subway? Will you give me Subway? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm doing this right now. I'll be over here around blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, thank you. And this motherfucker would go and get it for me and bring it to me. And he'd sit and we'd hang out or whatever and, you know, smoke some green and do whatever. And then I'd be like, hey, will you give me a ride to, you know, this party? Like a couple times, like had little shindigs in town. I'd be like, hey, can you give me a ride to this party and pick me up when I call you? And he'd be like, yeah, just call me when you're ready. And I definitely used the shit out of him. I definitely did. And it wasn't right. It wasn't right that I did that. But in my head, I tried to make it right by being like, well, he was shitty to me. There were times where he raised his voice like very much at me, like screaming in my face. Never put his hands on me, because no man will ever put their hands on me like that, because they'll get knocked the fuck out because your girl ain't scared. I'm just saying. If you knew the men that I was raised around and by, then you would know. You would know. If you know, you know. But in the sense that they made me tough. Like, that's why I got such that masculine energy, that big dog energy that I'm trying to work on. But there were times when he was fucked up to me too. But that doesn't excuse what I did. I should have just been like, we can't hang no more. I'm good. That's what I should have did. But I didn't, because he would give me rides and he would buy me things. And get high. He's fun to, like, you know, get a little buzz on and laugh and listen to music, because we had similar interests, but there was no attraction. I had no attraction to him, and I should have made that up front, because in a way I kind of let him on. That's fucked up of me. I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't have done that. And yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad about it now. See, Amber, that's taking accountability. I specifically noted what I did. I specifically noted what I did. I didn't just say, yeah, I take accountability for that. I specifically told you what I did that was fucked up. And I genuinely atoned for it. Is that the right word? I don't know. And I genuinely feel bad about it. And I shouldn't have done that. That was fucked up. Yeah, it makes me look bad. It makes me look really shitty. But that doesn't matter because it happened. And I'm a different person now than I was. You're not a different person. Amber, you just keep getting worse. But that is a lesson on how you take accountability, okay? Just let me know.
That they both viewed the relationship differently. Beck viewed it as being abused and Amber didn't. But it wasn't just those two who viewed it differently. Amber viewed it differently.
Yeah, that right there tells you she was the abuser. Beck views it as abuse. Amber doesn't because she was the abuser. That's how it goes.
To everybody else, everyone's been telling her at the time as well. I've been checking the comments on the videos. People were telling Amber at the time, and they were telling her after, for years after, you did this, you abused Beck. No, that never happened. You're all wrong. You're all just fat phobic. So the only person who saw it differently to what it was, to reality, was Amber. So again, her thinking's just gone. I've never met anybody who is that different to everybody else. I'm not saying you have to be a sheeple, and think the same as everybody else. Definitely not. But for her to be the only one who couldn't see it as abuse, when everybody else can, I think that solidifies that she's a narcissist.
And she's the abuser.
I don't think you're going to get this narcissist to go, I'm a narcissist. But I'm going to keep trying. It gives me something to do in the mornings. Yeah, she's never going to see that she's a narcissist, but that definitely says to me, well, you're the only one who couldn't see it was abuse, so you're a big old narcissist. And even that, I'm not buying that she viewed it differently. I think Amber knew in some way, in her crazy brain, I think Amber knew she was mistreating Beck. She must have known when she was screaming at Beck when Beck wouldn't take her for a McDonald's.
Oh, I knew I was being abusive when I was being abused. That story I just told you. At the time, I knew I was. I just justified it. Now, this is just my personal experience. I just justified my abuse because of, what was being thrown at me. And it doesn't make it right. It wasn't right at all. I shouldn't have, but I tried to justify it. See? This is called being self-aware, Amber. I'm teaching you something, Pookie.
McDonald's at 3 a.m. in the morning. Man, probably thick. I think she must have known screaming at Beck isn't treating your partner well. It's mistreating them. So Amber must have known at points, I'm not treating Beck well here. I think she just didn't care, obviously, because it's all about what she wants. She's a narcissist. There's no empathy. There's no empath powers. She just wanted what she wanted. So I don't buy that. Oh, I viewed it totally differently. I wasn't aware at all. I'm not buying any of that. I don't think anybody else is. She knew she was mistreating Beck. She just can't admit it. She can't say the word abuse, which is what I think we're all waiting for. If you're going to take accountability for abuse, surely you should be saying the word abuse. I'm enjoying this. I quite like this calm chat instead of me coming in and going, you what? Although that was fun as well. I'll have to do some more of them, right? What's the next one? Okay, yeah. I didn't realize I came off as rude.
Just like how when I was in a relationship with them, I didn't notice how mean or rude I could come off until looking back. And I just feel super remorseful.
Yeah, Amber doesn't say it.
Oh my God. How rude I come off. That's another one that they like to use. Oh, I'm sorry that you took it the wrong way. That's another one. Wow. I didn't realize how rude I could come off sometimes. I wasn't being rude. That was, oh my gosh, this reminds me of a little situationship thing that I had going on. Oh my God, I was talking to this guy for 3 days and I felt like I was in a relationship for like a month. or no, not even a month. The month is when it all went by so fast. And I feel like I was in a whole ass relationship, but I wasn't. Like, he was mind gaming the shit out of me. Like, oh my God, that's a story for a whole nother live, like a whole nother video. That's a story for a whole nother video. I'll tell you guys about that. Trust me, that this shit was like, oh my God, wild. But anyway, yeah, I don't even know where that got me sidetracked because of that whole situation. Oh my God, it was crazy. Let me just keep going.
I was rude. I was mean. I'm sorry. It doesn't say that I was those things.
I was coming off rude or I was coming off mean. Yeah. I'll tell you a short little snippet of this guy. Let's see, which instance should I tell you guys about for a little sneak peek? All right. I'll tell you about the black lipstick thing. This was weird. This is weird as fuck. So he was like, I wish I would have saved the messages, but I blocked him on everything today. I was like, I'm not even letting you think that you have like, yeah, I'm good. This guy was going through some things. But he always wanted, like, he's like, oh, are you going to give me what I want? Like, that was his attitude. And quite frankly, what he said, like, oh, take some pictures for me. You going to take some pictures for me? You going to take some pictures? Hey, you want to take some pictures for me? And it was constant. I was like, dude, you're bugging me about it. And it's really fucking annoying me. I want you to get to know me, like, on a, like, human level. And he would switch it all around. He's like, I do want to get to know you. Then you go, but how is that not getting to know you? And it was like, he wanted sexual stuff, to put it lightly. And I'm like, dude, I'm not about that. Like, I was straight up front with him about that. Like, that's not important to me. And that's all that was important to him. Like, I could tell. And when I'd confront him about that, because he's so emotionally immature, 41-year-old man, by the way, emotionally immature, he couldn't, like, grasp it or something. I don't know. But he's like, oh, I'll give you what you want if you give me what I want. And I'm like, I don't want anything from you. I want to know you as a human being. I don't want to look at, like, your parts and stuff like that. I don't care about that right now. We've literally just started talking. But this motherfucker was moving fast as fuck, man. Like, we did, when we got a little friendly, we did talk about, like, some stuff or whatever, like sexual stuff, because, like, more like flirty, you know what I mean? And we'd talk about what we liked, and, like, he's kind of vulgar about it, but I would try to remain a lady as much as one can when you're talking about stuff like that. But he would get mad if I was like, no, that's too much. I'm not, like, going that far talking about this. Like, he would get mad and be like, well, I'm giving you what we like. It was just weird. But anyway, with that being said, the black lipstick story. He said something about, would you wear black lipstick for me and take a picture? Take pictures for me? And I was like, I was honest. I was like, I don't really wear black lipstick. Or he asked if I had a picture of myself wearing black lipstick. And I was like, probably from years ago, like for Halloween or something, but I don't wear black lipstick like on a daily basis type stuff. So, and he goes, well, can you take a picture wearing black lipstick? I think it would be so gorgeous on you. And I was like, again, I don't wear black lipstick, and I do not have any black lipstick. He's, I know, just when you do have some. I said, why would I buy some when I don't wear it? And he goes, oh, I just figured you would do it for me and take pictures. I said, no, that's a waste of money. Why would I go and buy black lipstick that I don't wear ever? Unless it's like Halloween, maybe, if I do dress up the year, sometimes I don't even do that. But why would I go and buy black lipstick specifically so I could put it on and take pictures for you? And he got offended. He said, wow, okay. Like that was one of the Then he would try and text me like, hey, did you have did you have a good day yesterday? And yes, I said, yes, my day has been very good. Because it was a very good day. I was happy, and I got a bunch of stuff done, and I was in a good mood. So it was a very good day. He goes, very good? ? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? See, this is how he made me feel just in these few days of us talking. Like, I despise this guy. And then he ended up asking me, do you still like me? And I said, I was truthful. I said, to be honest, I don't know. And he was like, oh, wow. Okay. Well, I still like you. So what are you doing? Like, he didn't care that I said that I didn't like him, basically. Like, it was psychotic. So I was like, today, I was like, I'm just blocking you from everything, bro. Like, that was a lesson. That was a lesson. The only thing that motherfucker had got going on for him was that he had a nice voice. I liked his voice. The substance, the conversation, trash, absolute ass. He had a job, yeah, but like, hey, bitch, if you want me to wear black lipstick, how about you buy it and send it to me then? That's what I should have been, but no, I shouldn't have. But anyway, it was just weird, really weird. Well, I'll talk more about it at another time. But anyways, let's keep going.
Just said, I didn't realize I could come off that rude, that mean. So it's still not taking accountability. It's still not saying I did those things. It's saying people took that a certain way, and I didn't mean for them to take it that way. Oh, I looked mean. I looked rude. Is that how you took it? Oh, I didn't mean to. No, in reality, she was very mean and very rude, very abusive. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Like I said, she can't say the word abuse. So she changed it to, that was big meanie pants. It's manipulation of language. It's what, not Kermit, it's what Karina always says, isn't it? Karina always bangs on about that. Manipulation of language. And it's true, and it's there to see. When I watched it last night on the reaction, I'm doing it here, I'm trying to make it interesting. But when I watched it again, to find clips for this, when I watched it again this morning, I really, really paid attention to the words she chose. It's really clear she's trying to manipulate language and trying to just get out of it slyly. So I think she knows what she did, but she's just trying to get out of it. I was mean. I came across as mean. You were abusive. Did I come across that way? I didn't mean to. That's the next one. If that's how they viewed it, nothing I can do.
Realizing that we both viewed this relationship so differently actually makes it easier for me to be accountable and to apologize, because if that's the way that they truly viewed it, like, I deeply apologize for that. And there's nothing I can do.
I apologize that that's the way that you viewed our relationship.
To change their opinions.
I apologize. I'm just going to keep it going.
And their thoughts and their experience, because that's what they live.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if that's how Beck viewed it, then there's nothing I can do. Isn't it? Yeah, there's nothing I can do if that's how they viewed it. But that's not how Beck viewed it. That was the reality. That was the definition of abuse is stuff we've been seeing from Amber. If they saw it that way, nothing I can do. No, that's not how anybody... That was the reality of the situation. But again...
Hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 per hour in communities across America.
Hey. Again, Amber's trying to manipulate language to try and get out of it. Mm-hmm. Oh, Beck saw it as abuse. No, it was abuse. Oh, people saw it as abuse. No, it is abuse. Oh, people are taking this as a Kermit. No, it is a Kermit by the very definition. It is a Kermit. Huh. Did not make a sound. Oh, yeah, and saying nothing I can do to change their opinion. Nothing I can do to change their opinion. Like, I don't know what she means. She shouldn't even be thinking of trying to change Beck's opinion.
Yeah, why do you want to change their opinion? Don't you really want to atone for your sins, bitch? Like, do you really feel like, see, that shows you right there that she doesn't really genuinely feel bad. So the whole apologizing thing is just a big, giant, huge piece of shit.
Beck saw it as abuse. I can't change their mind. No, you're not meant to change their mind. What do you mean? You're meant to apologize for it? For the abuse, not go, can't change your mind. You think it's abuse? No, can't change that. No, you're not meant to change it. Just apologize for it. I already have. You haven't. You just said, I'm taking accountability. I declare bankruptcy. Yeah. Saying, I can't change their opinion. Like, no one's asking you to change Beck's opinion. We're all asking you to apologize to the person you abused for years and years. I can't change their opinion. What's the next one? I've taken accountability. Oh no, whether Beck has noticed or not.
Like, our relationship was definitely complex. And even though it might not be visible to the public.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't complex. You laid in fucking bed and she wiped your ass and cooch and everything and brought you food and did God only knows what else for you. Drove you around places, chauffeured you places. It's not complex. That's what happened. That was your relationship. And then you treated her like garbage. And I had a mental breakdown almost on camera. This is on camera. When Beck was eating a bowl of your cereal. You literally flipped like, wow. Oh my. Let's just keep going.
Or even to Beck in this moment, I have taken accountability for the things that I've done.
Oh yeah, that was it. It might not be visible to the public or Beck, but I've taken accountability.
Then that doesn't mean shit, bitch. You're a public figure. You want so bad to get in the good graces of reaction channels and everybody. You want it badly. You're gonna have to do it out loud, like for the public to see and for Beck to see. Like, that statement is so, oh my gosh, I can't stand her.
So the person she's meant to be apologizing to and taking accountability with is Beck, but says it might not be visible to Beck. Excuse me, if it's not visible to Beck, the person you're apologizing to, then it's probably not a good apology, and you're probably...
Exactly. In the long run, that's what matters, because Beck was the one who was suffering the abuse. So that's the only apology that matters, really, is your apology to her.
We haven't taken accountability. If that person you're apologizing to can't see the accountability, then obviously you've not shown accountability. All right, what's next? Exactly. I feel like Beck deserves an apology, but Beck doesn't want one.
I have taken accountability for the things that I've done. And in the video, they even stated, like, I don't want you to reach out to me. And that's very much why I haven't.
Then don't do it publicly. Do it for real. This is not a real apology. There's not, oh my God. I'm sorry.
Because I wanted to respect those boundaries. But they said, I don't want an apology from you. I genuinely feel like Beck deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did do. But if they don't want to accept it or hear it, then I have to
say your wrongdoings. Say what you're apologizing for. Don't just say, I apologize. Say what you're apologizing for.
be okay with that.
Yeah, Amber's really, really sly with her wording. She's made it sound like, hey, I'm ready to do an apology. I'm ready to do a real apology. But Beck doesn't want one anyway, so like, what's the point?
If you actually feel bad, you would do it anyway, but you don't. And that's the whole thing.
You sly little... Karina spots it. Takes me a while to pick up on this stuff. But I'm a man. I don't notice this stuff, man.
I'm not a big Karina. I don't know. I mean, I salute her. She's a brave soldier too, but she's just not for me. But apparently she's for a lot of other people, so...
Amber could shave her head.
Much respect and love. I just,
It would take me 3 weeks to notice. I'd be like, hold on, something's different. It would take me ages to notice. But yeah, very sly with the choice of words. Next one. Hard to show growth. I have shown growth.
But like hearing all of these things being said, it's been hard for me because it's like I have shown growth in my
How? And maybe in girth. I think she's confusing growth with girth. I'm sorry. I know that was petty, but I really don't care because I don't like this bitch. You have not shown growth. You have shown deterioration of character, of soul. You are the worst version of yourself right now. We can see it. There's videos out there. There are receipts, dumbass. She thinks she can manipulate. Like, who are you manipulating? The people who may be new to your channel? Yeah.
personal life, and it's hard to like show growth publicly when these are things that like was happening behind the scenes. So publicly, I might look the same to you guys, but I have changed a lot. I am...
Bitch, that didn't make no kind of sense. Are you fucking for real? Yeah, it would be. Your life is public. You're a public figure. So if you had growth, you know, spiritually, mentally, whatever, then we would see it. But we don't. So that was the dumbest statement I've ever heard. Well, not ever heard from this bitch, but I'm just saying that was stupid.
I'm always open for growth and for changing to be a better person every single day. And I want to reflect on the past more.
I have shown.
You keep getting worse.
Bro, it's really hard to show growth. No, it's not. We've seen Rocky. Training montage. Have you heard of a training montage? Dead easy to show growth. But when you look the same, I mean, her legs are bigger and her arms are more purple, but she's still super morbidly obese. So there's been no physical change. There's been no mental change, despite her going, I know, I've made changes. I say it all the time. I compare it to my 600-pound life, where they go, I've been working really hard, doctor. I've made some changes and I've lost weight here and I've lost weight here. Right, step on the scale. You've gained 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been making changes. That's Amber. I'm like, Amber, I'm breaking chairs. Yeah, that's Amber, where she is yeah, I've been doing really well and I've made changes and I'm a better person. I think she's worse than ever. Nobody can stand her. Her mom's left, and I'm not convinced the mom's going to stick around forever either. Because how can you be around somebody like that? And if the mom goes, she is done, mate. I think if the mom goes, it's going to be we're going to get to the end of all seasons very quickly. I think if the mom, because she's going to be housebound, stuck in the house, ordering garbage. That's all she's going to eat. I think if the mom goes, we're going to have a very short season. Yeah. There's been no growth. She's still 15 in her head. Still attracted to kids, I'm convinced. I know I always bring that up. Not as much as the ankle. He puts it in his titles and thumbnails. I'm not brave enough for that. He's smashing it in. But I'm convinced she's still attracted to kids. I don't think that's stopped. I don't think there's any denying that.
Oh, yeah. The way that, like, the childlike way that she dresses and does her hair, there is very much yeah, I believe the same.
Stuff now, and she hasn't mentioned that. Yeah, what's next? Oh, so much to them. This one. I go on.
owe so much to them, and I have so much gratitude to them. They were there for me during some of the hardest moments of my life, i.e., when I was diagnosed with cancer. But I have never tried to show them in a certain way. Nothing was ever out of malice.
Yeah, Amber now saying, "Oh, I owe so much to Beck." It's like, where's this chatter been for the last 4 and a bit years? It's just been blaming Beck and being horrible and blaming Beck for cancer. And now it's like, I owe them so much. Well, you should have been saying this earlier, and Beck might not have come out with all this. If you'd been giving credit to Beck, and you should have done, maybe Beck wouldn't have come out going, you know what? I'm going to spill all the beans. Well, I can't believe she was in that live stream at the small channel not long ago, a month ago, whatever it was, and was still talking badly about Beck, and is now like, oh, Beck helped me so much. It's too late to pretend to be nice now. It's too late. Oh, that one. I don't think I saved the clip of Amber saying, I've got some tea for you guys. And I could just tell it was going to be nonsense and nothing. Because Amber doesn't have tea. She doesn't know what tea is, man. I've got tea. I got drunk one night when we were friends and I was going out with Feline, and I said, I loved you, Beck. That was the tea. But you had to get drunk to tell them something nice. I thought, where was that tea? I told them that, I cared for them. Amber thought that was tea because it happened so little. She thought it was that big of an event that I told somebody something nice. It was tea. She was absolutely nuts. Anyway, what's next? Focus moving forward. I'm going to ignore it all.
My focus moving forward is to just ignore it all.
I don't want to get this. I want to get this right. The one of her, I've put here. Amber actually said this in her apology video. My plan is to ignore it all. How can that be in the same sentence as a video where it's me taking accountability? My plan is to ignore.
Yeah, you're not ignoring it, and she's not going to ignore it because more shit's going to come out, and she's going to. Yeah, she's going to make videos about it because it gives her content because she's so boring and she has nothing going on.
Ignore it all.
It's content.
What it made me think of last night, but I didn't say it. Popped in my head. I'd already paused.
If she can make content out of it, she's not going to ignore it.
Much sorry. And I thought, I'm going on a total tangent here, but it reminded me of a clip that pops up now and again on Instagram of Daniel Day-Lewis. And he's being made, somebody will know what I'm talking about, and he's being made to admit, I've abandoned my child. I've abandoned my child. He has to keep saying. And he gets more and more angry, more and more upset at himself, more and more uncomfortable. And that's what you're meant to do when you're taking accountability. You're meant to be uncomfortable because you've messed up. So it's not meant to be easy. And you're not meant to go, just bury my head in the sand. This is uncomfortable. I better protect my peace. I'm not really in the mood for this. You're meant to go, oh no, this is going to be horrible. There we go. So I've abandoned my child. I don't even know what film it's from. I've just seen that clip and I'm like, oh, I want to watch it. That's what Amber needs to do. Amber needs to come on camera and go, I did this. I played the lint game. I played the choosy game. The choosy game is still in my head, and I don't know why that one's sticking with me. I don't know. I'll have to think about that because it's really, I don't know why that one out of everything is stuck with me. Because just, I don't know. Control, abuse. I don't know why that one does. Anyway, that's what Amber needs to do. I'm not going to do it. As already said, I'm not going to talk about it because I have to protect my peace. Whatever the hell that means, man. I have to protect my peace. What a coward. What an absolute... But all bullies are cowards. All abusers, deep down, are cowards. Oh my God, I'm getting a boxing rant. Just have this on the background while you do the washing up. I remember watching a Sugar Ray Leonard video, a boxer, and he lost the fight to Roberto Duran. And for the rematch, I'm so sorry, Sugar Ray Leonard's brother said, look, what is Duran? He was a bully, wasn't he? He bullied you in the last fight. He said all this stuff to your wife. He was awful. He's a bully. How do you beat a bully? How do you beat a bully? You embarrass them. Mm-hmm. So in the fight, Sugar Ray Leonard, he did the Ali shuffle with his feet. He wound up his arm and hit him with the others. He stuck his tongue out. He wound him up. And Duran said, no mas, I quit. The way to beat a bully is to embarrass them. Amber is a bully. I forgot my point now. Amber,
that was a great analogy. I'm just saying.
Is a bully. And it's nice that Beck is standing up to their bully. And now Amber has said no mas. Oh, that's a good point, that. Didn't even write that down. And now Amber has said no mas. She said, I'm not talking about it anymore. She's done her Roberto Duran. I'll try and find a clip. It's called it a day. It's quit. No mas. because Beck has stood up to their bully. All bullies are cowards. Oh no, this one made me proper cringe.
Facts. Big facts. My man is spitting them facts right now.
In the video
Like
last night.
always, he always spits the facts. That's why I love him.
3 sides to every story.
Like everyone likes to say, there are 3 sides to every story. Their side, my side, the truth.
I'd never heard that before, you know. I don't know if that's a well-known...
I've never heard that either. I thought there was 2 sides to every story. There's no 3. What? That doesn't make sense. That does not even sound like. Have you guys heard? There's 3 sides to every story. No, I always thought it was like there's 2 sides to every story.
Saying there's 3 sides to every story. It sounds like it could be. I've just never heard of it before. But there's 3 sides to every story. Beck's side, my side. I'm being Amber. Oh, my arms have gone purple. Beck's side, Amber's side, and the truth. No, I think the truth is...
So, is that you admitting that you're lying? You're saying Beck's lying and you are lying? You might want to rethink that little. There's 3 sides to every story.
Is Beck's version. I believe everything Beck has said. Can't believe a thing.
Me too.
A known liar. I've got a series. I've got a 6-7 part series of all of Amber's lies, and everybody has all the lies. So there's no way I'm believing a word Amber says. You can't lie 1,000 times and then on the next one go, well, you don't believe me. But there's 3 parts. There's Beck's. No. There's the truth, which you can't handle. And is now trying to get out of it by going, well, there's 3 sides, and the truth might lie somewhere in the middle. No, man. Look, Amber is a well-known liar. Remember when she called Destiny a known liar and cheat? It's like, hot kettle black, mate. But yeah, that is her going, the truth is somewhere in the middle. No, the truth is you abuse somebody, and you're too cowardly, you're too scared to say the word abuse. I've abandoned my child. That's what you need to do. What's this one? Blackout. Ugh.
If I'm remembering something wrong that Beck genuinely remembers as like a full truth, then that's fair as well, because I have really bad memory problems.
I hate this. I hate this so bad. I have bad memory problems. Oh my God. I'm going to keep going and then I'm going to freak out.
Due to moments of high stress, trauma, BPD, when I have anxiety, sometimes I'll literally like black out because I'm so anxious.
Yeah,
these are all lies. These are all the biggest fucking lies I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry, but I just feel it deep within my soul. Oh my God. Bitch, I guarantee you my life's been more traumatic than yours. I guarantee it. And I have memory issues, yeah, but not as bad as how you claim. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I hate her. I'm sorry that I'm saying hate because I shouldn't. It goes against everything I preach to everybody. But in this moment, I feel hatred towards this bitch.
This one was really disgusting. Like I said last night, it reminded me of Jeremy Kyle. I didn't explain what Jeremy Kyle was to the Americans. That was too hot. It's basically our Jerry Springer, kind of like that, isn't it? British people, it's kind of like our Jerry Springer. Yeah, that's what I remember. A lot of abusers on there who would hurt their partners, girlfriends usually. I'm trying to think of specific examples where they'd hurt the girlfriends. I go, I don't remember that. I blacked out. Oh, no, you didn't, man. What, you blacked out and did all this? Get lost. But that's a way to not take accountability. I don't remember that. And, that's what makes me think of The Boys. If you've watched The Boys, there's a scene where Homelander, like I say, just have this on while you're doing the dishes. I'm talking nonsense today. I just want to get it out. There's a scene where Homelander meets the people who cared for him, who looked after him when he was a kid, mistreated him and abused him. And Homelander is talking about, is Amber Homelander in this? I don't know, she should be anyway. And Homelander is talking about the horrible stuff he had to endure from these people as a kid. And it's meant to make the audience go, oh, I kind of understand why he's a nut job. So he's saying, these people did these awful things to me, and it stuck with him for his whole life. And then when he meets these people, now that he's an adult, psychopath adult, maybe he is, Amber, he talks to the people, he talks to one guy about something, and the guy who, I can't remember what it was, but the guy who mistreated him, who abused him, can't even remember it. This thing that stuck with him and stuck with him his whole life, this guy who did it, Can't remember that. It was just a normal Tuesday for me. Tuesday. It was just a normal day. Can't remember it. So when Amber, even though it's a lie, when Amber says, "Oh, blacked out, I can't remember that," it makes me go, ugh. So the stuff that happened to Beck that will stay with them forever now. Amber goes, "Can't even remember that. Can't remember that thing that is going to stay with you forever and pop in your head every now and again. Even when you're doing something fun, it'll just randomly pop in your head." Amber's going, "Man, I can't remember." She's proper scummy, man. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on some rants. Although that's what we're here for. We're just something to watch until we get to Beck's reaction to the Q&A and Beck's reaction to Amber's accountability video. So it's something to watch while we wait. Paywall apology.
I just want to say, whether my apology was behind a paywall, whether it was in a Snapchat, whether it's in a YouTube video, or whether I say it to Beck directly, it is 100% sincere.
How Amber can say that?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Just flat out. No, it isn't.
Her apology was sincere. When her apology at first, that's the only her apology was behind a paywall. My apology was sincere. But you know Beck isn't going to see this because
your apology was content for you to make money.
They don't have a membership. My apology was sincere. The only person I care about knowing I apologized and took accountability is Beck. But Beck hasn't seen the apology because it's behind a paywall. Well, I meant it. That's like, it's like having an argument at home with your partner and one of them leaves and you go, "I'm sorry." And then they come back and they go, "Are you ready to apologize?" "I did." "When?" "When you were out. You just didn't hear it. So it counts. I'm not saying it again."
Right.
It's so insincere to apologize to somebody who can't hear it, who won't see it. So the apology isn't for Beck. If you know Beck isn't going to see the apology, it's for Amber. It's for Amber's 30 fans that she's got left. It's to go, and nice to go, "I'm sorry," and put on me fake tears and me fake crying voice. It's not for Beck. If you know Beck isn't going to see it, I can't imagine. She's a psychopath. Uncle's right. To apologize to someone who you know won't see it. That's just baffling.
It's weird.
Sorry for punching you, Kermit. What did you say? How does he talk? No, I've said it. I meant it, even though you didn't hear it. Like, what? She's a lunatic. You know what's mad? Even there was a live stream, the public one, I think. Yeah, it must have been the public one. And Amber was crying over. Was it Emily? And even then, which wasn't long ago, what was that, a month ago or something? Even then, I was like, I don't like Amber, but there's still a human being in front of me. There's still a woman in front of me.
Yeah, it's like I've been saying. I try to be like, "Oh, she's gone through things and she's still a human being and all that," but it's really hard to have any kind of grace towards her, as you can see, because she's just so horrible.
Me crying makes me feel something, almost sympathy, something. And now when she cries, I get a right chuckle out of it. I get a proper giggle because who cares? So that's a big change. Yeah, what's next? Not going to sit and list off things I've done.
So I'm not going to sit here and list off every single claim that they said. And
then you're not taking accountability, because literally that is taking accountability, listing off things that you said and atoning for them, or listing off the things that you've done and atoning for them.
Write down, like, okay, guys, these are the things that are true and these are the things that aren't. These are the things that I'm accountable for. Like, there's no productivity in that, because whether the internet...
Bitch, yes, there is. That is the productivity. That's exactly what you need to do. She just explained exactly what she needs to do. And she said, "I'm not doing it." All right then, bitch. Then you ain't shit. And you are going to get the exact karma that you deserve. May you get exactly what you deserve, Amber. You will. It shall
and
be.
It knows what I'm accountable for versus what I'm not accountable for. That doesn't bother me. The only person that I'm worried about and them actually hearing me is Beck.
Oh, that was it, yeah. Where I said it there. Where Amber said the only person I care about knowing I've taken accountability is Beck. But Beck
doesn't know that you have. Well, she doesn't know that you have. Because you put it up behind a paywall and shit.
Doesn't believe you've taken accountability. So you have to try harder if you actually want to take accountability.
And you didn't take real accountability anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. You just, right there, just a couple minutes ago, you said, you described the very definition of being accountable and said you weren't going to do that.
Amber doesn't want to list off things, doesn't want to admit to the abuse. Because, I think then our fans have no option but to go, oh. But while Amber has this blanket statement, this vague statement of, some things are true, some things are not. Is the attraction to kids true? Some things are true, some things are not true. So that's a yes. Oh, my page has gone off. Oh no, without my notes, I'm nothing. If you're nothing without the suit, you shouldn't have it. Right, I think that'll do. I've gone on long enough. You got AF as well, sorry. I don't know why I keep apologising for making content. People are happy to listen to somebody talk badly about an abuser. Yeah, I'm so sorry I'm giving you content. I don't know why I keep apologising. Audience thoughts, let's have a go. I learned a long time ago it's not a real apology if it starts with I'm sorry that you feel instead of I'm sorry that I did. Great point. Yeah, there was a lot of that, wasn't there? I'm sorry that you feel. It's not what Beck feels, it's what happened. Did you shout at Beck when Beck wouldn't eat your food? Yes. Well, then it's not about how Beck perceives it. That is what happened. Ridiculous. Why now, all of a sudden, has she... Ridiculous, why now, all of a sudden, sorry, has she realised she treated Beck appallingly? People have called her out for years over it, and her response was always, you don't know what Beck put me through, that's right. Oh yeah, but then now is going, I take accountability. Now all of a sudden, one compilation made her realise the error of her ways. Bull! Also, the entire video was her upset that Beck is speaking their truth. Manipulation is when they focus on how you reacted. Yes, it is, instead of how they treated you.
Oh my God, that explains what I went through with this guy. Manipulation is when they focus on how you reacted instead of how they treated you. That describes exactly like the things he would say. Like even on, we had a full out argument on the phone because I was trying to explain why I didn't like how he kept talking, trying to bring up sexual stuff. Because I was like, I want you to know me on a deeper level than that. And he would continue to bring up, and I'm like, and then I would get pissed. And then he would manipulate it. And he'd be like, oh, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just trying to get to know you. And I'm like, yeah, but ask me something different besides sexual stuff. He goes, well, aren't we talking about that? We're not talking about sexual stuff now. And I was like, yeah, because we're fucking arguing, you idiot. See, this is exactly like, oh my God, this is how I felt. I'm feeling those feelings again. This is a guy I only talked to for a few days, pretty much the weekend. Oh my God. I'm sorry I upset you. I mean, I wasn't upset before. I was just trying to explain, but this dude, emotionally immature for one, and just flat out like a manipulator, a narcissist, quite frankly. And he wasn't really that cute. We'll just say that. And he had like 7 kids by 3 different baby mamas. That was my first red flag. But I try not to judge when it comes to that kind of stuff. Literally. But anyway.
Oh my God, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, focused on how Beck perceived things. How it could come across that Amber was being this way. Instead of, I'm sorry, I did this, I did that. Oh my God. Textbook narcissist. It's not an apology if the words I'm sorry for insert event doesn't come out of your mouth. Amber isn't sorry. She's just peed off that Beck is speaking. That's it, you know. Amber isn't sorry. Amber is angry and annoyed that Beck would dare speak out against Amber. And I'm so glad Beck has. There's the arc. I wanted an arc for Amber, didn't I? I wanted an arc for Amber. But instead, we got an arc from Beck. Quiet, timid, doesn't want confrontation. I get all that. To now going, I'm in charge now, man. I'm gonna tell everything. You can go off and be scared. and I'm here for it. Failing to see where it's an actual apology. Everything was backhanded. It really was. So we kind of start to take maybe some accountability. It felt like someone was coming, then immediately flip it to where she was the victim. What's mad is as well, all the reaction channels, all the community will be talking about what a pathetic apology or non-apology it was. Amber still will think, what? It was a great apology. Everybody's wrong. Like I say,
it's so crazy because I spotted like all these qualities that Amberlynn portrays in this guy. Maybe this was the universe. This guy was definitely a lesson for me. Definitely a lesson for me. He wanted to be the victim so bad when I was just communicating, telling him what I didn't like. And then, but why are you getting upset? And I'm talking to him calmly. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about I want you to get to know me on a deeper level than just something sexual, like talking just like this. And he'd be like, I'm sorry I upset you. I'm like, no, I'm not upset, but I'm getting upset now, you fucking idiot. Oh my God, why are you being so mean? All I did was that, victim mentality. I even told him that. I was like, dude, you're trying to manipulate me. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm not like that. I'm like, dude, you're trying to manipulate me. Like he was gaslighting me, and I felt so confused. I'm like, if I said something fucked up, I know I said something it was weird. It was the weirdest thing I've ever been through. Weirdest lesson that I've had for a long time. But boy, it was nuts. It was literally like I was talking to an Amberlynn, but about 400 less pounds and a guy. Wow. Yeah, I even told him, I was like, you really have this victim mentality. Like, you really want to be the victim, like, really bad.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with everybody. You don't have to be a sheeple.
Yeah.
But when 100% are going, this is not accountability. And it still doesn't make Emma go, oh, is it not? It just makes you go, oh, you're all fatphobic. Why can't she say sorry, narcissist? Also, I always turn into Sean Connery. Also, she says she'll take accountability for some things, but never what those things are. So I don't understand how. I genuinely don't think Emma knows the meaning of the word accountability. How you can take accountability without admitting the things you're taking accountability for is bizarre. She's the poster child for narcissism. She's the forever victim. Nothing will ever be her fault because she has trauma or BPD. It's true, but guess what? Everybody watching this has trauma, and no one's behaving like this. What's sad is she is so delusional. She won't understand why it was a bad apology. You bang on, yeah. It really, really was, you know. I thought an apology was coming. I thought it's not going to be great, is it? But I can't believe how bad it was. Like I said before, the only one I think I've seen is Logan. Reached out to. The more she says, the less. The more she says, the less I believe her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Beck, and I wish you well. Was all she needed to say. The more she went on, the longer.
All right, we're done.
Fresh deals are in.
The rest is just him, reading comments of what people think about it and stuff like that. So it is whatever. But anyway, yeah, we definitely had to talk about that today. And it's crazy how it parallels what was going on with me over literally the span of a weekend, basically. I dealt with somebody. It's crazy. I'm so glad that I was like, all right, I can't. Because I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try with them. But when something's wrong, something within me was saying block. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, be mean. But I told him how I felt. I was like, I really don't think I like you. I don't think we're compatible. And he was just pushing for it so hard. Like, Nah, I'm good. But anyways, all right, babes. My voice is is like shredded. I feel like I've been talking too much, but I'm going to jump off here. Thank you for watching if you did. And if you do, whatever. And yeah, if you think I deserve a little tippy, I got my Cash App and my PayPal scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So if you feel like I deserve a little tippy, please, feel free. My channel isn't monetized, so. And I also have an Instagram if you'd like private card read, because I am a tarot person. And very accurate. I'm becoming very, very confident in my tarot readings though. I am, yeah. But if you would like one, maybe I'll, hit me up on my Instagram, Sarah Lee X0X0, the number 0, not, And yeah, leave your girl a little tippy, little 10, little 20, whatever you think I deserve. And I'll give you a little card read if you would like. Hit me in my DMs on my Instagram. Okay? I love you guys. And as always, I hope and wish and pray for health, wealth, success, and happiness, and blessings and protection over every single one of you, and especially protection over all of our children. Protection over them the most. Amen to that, darlings. And catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.